In the silence of this new year, there is a truth that most people are too afraid to voice. The world as we knew it has shifted, and the old maps no longer lead to the hidden treasures of fulfillment and success. To rebuild your life in 2026, you must first become a stranger to your own excuses. You must look into the mirror with a level of honesty that feels almost like a betrayal of your past self. This is the moment where you stop mourning the time you lost and start respecting the time you have left. We have spent years being spectators of other people's lives through glowing screens while our own ambitions gathered dust on the shelf of tomorrow. But tomorrow has arrived and it looks nothing like what they promised us. The weight you carry is not yours to keep. You are holding on to dead versions of yourself like they are anchors of identity, but they are actually just chains. Every failed project, every broken promise, and every version of you that didn't make the cut must be released. Think of your life as a vessel that has become too heavy to sail. You cannot carry the bitterness of 2024 or the regrets of 2025 into this new horizon. You must be willing to burn the ships that brought you to this barren shore because there is no going back. The only direction is forward into the unknown, and that requires a lightness of spirit that only comes from total forgiveness. Forgive yourself for not knowing better then and honor yourself by choosing better now. The noise of the modern world is designed to keep you small and distracted. It feeds on your attention and profits from your confusion. Rebuilding your life requires you to reclaim your mind from the algorithms that seek to dictate your desires. It starts with the realization that your focus is your only real currency. If you spend it on things that do not grow, you are effectively bankrupting your future. You must develop a hunger for silence and a thirst for meaningful work. This isn't about a temporary change or a fleeting resolution that fades by February. This is a fundamental restructuring of your soul. It is about deciding that you are no longer a victim of circumstance but an architect of reality. As you stand at this starting line, recognize that the difficulty of the path is not a sign that you are on the wrong road, but a sign that you are finally climbing. The discomfort you feel is the sensation of growth pushing against the boundaries of your comfort zone. You are stripping away the layers of social expectation and the pressure to perform for an audience that doesn't truly care about your success. What remains is the raw material of your character. This is the foundation. It is solid. It is real and it is yours. From this place of absolute clarity, you can begin to draft a life that actually belongs to you. You are no longer drifting with the current. You are the current. To move from the clarity of your audit into the reality of your new existence, you must understand that inspiration is a guest, but discipline is the owner of the house. In this era of rapid change, the most valuable asset you possess is not your bank account or your social standing, but your ability to learn and adapt without permission. The blueprint of your new life is written in the small, quiet moments that no one sees. It is the decision to prioritize your future self over your current cravings. You are building a system that makes failure difficult and success inevitable. It requires you to look at your life not as a series of events, but as a collection of habits that either serve your mission or sabotage your potential. In 2026, the gap between those who consume and those who create has become a canyon. To bridge this gap, you must curate your environment to favor your growth. If you surround yourself with people who discuss other people, you will stay as. But if you find those who discuss ideas and projects, you will expand. Your physical space must become a sanctuary for deep focus. Every object in your room and every application on your phone should have a purpose. If it does not contribute to your health, your wealth, or your wisdom, it is clutter and it must be removed. You are no longer allowing the world to happen to you. You are engineering a life that supports the person you're becoming. The skills you sharpen today are the tools you will use to carve out your place in the world tomorrow. You must seek out the difficult path because the easy ones are already crowded with people who are looking for a shortcut that doesn't exist. Mastery takes time, and it takes a willingness to be bad at something until you are good at it. Whether it is mastering a new technology or learning the ancient art of effective communication. You must be a student of life. Your routine is your armor. It protects you from the chaos of the outside world and gives you a sense of control when everything else feels uncertain. You do not need a grand plan for the next 10 years, you only need a perfect plan for the next 24 hours repeated until it becomes your nature. This phase of your journey is about building the engine that will carry you through the storms. It is about physical vitality and mental resilience. You cannot build a legacy on a broken body or a cluttered mind. You must treat your health with the same intensity that you treat your career, because one cannot exist without the other. Sleep becomes your strategy, movement becomes yo. Or medicine and silence becomes your strength. When you align your daily actions with your highest values, the friction of life begins to disappear. You stop fighting yourself and start flowing with a sense of purpose that is undeniable. You are no longer trying to change, you are changing. The final transformation is not marked by a sudden burst of light, but by the steady, unwavering heat of a fire that refuses to go out. Execution is where the dream meets the dirt, and it is the most difficult stage because the novelty has worn off and the applause of others has fallen silent. To finish what you started in 2026, you must move beyond the need for motivation and enter the realm of obsession. This is the phase of the long walk, where your progress is measured in inches and your CTR is forged in the repetitive, boring tasks that build greatness. You are no longer looking for validation from the outside world because you have found a deeper satisfaction in the mastery of your own will. Consistency is the only bridge between the life you have and the life you want. And that bridge is built one stone at a time, every single day, regardless of how you feel. There will be morning. So when the weight of your goals feels heavy and the old, easy life calls out to you like a ghost, in those moments you must remember that you are not just working for a paycheck or a promotion, you are working for the person you promised to become. You are honoring the contract you signed with your own soul. True power in this age is the ability to stay committed to a path long after the mood in which you set it has left you. This is how you become indistinguishable from your heroes, through the sheer force of refusal to quit. As the months of 2026 unfold, you will notice a strange phenomenon where the world begins to organize itself around your new identity. People who used to drain your energy will drift away, and opportunities that once seemed out of reach will begin to appear, if by design. This isn't magic, it is the result of a mind that has become a laser instead of a scattered light. You have moved from being a person who is trying to change into a person who has already arrived. You carry yourself differently because you know that you have faced the mirror and survived the audit and built the system. You have earned the right to be confident because you're confident. Is backed by evidence of your own discipline. The legacy you are building is not just for you, but for everyone who watches you rise. By rebuilding your life, you give others the unspoken permission to do the same. You become a living example that the past is not a prison, and that a human being can reinvent themselves at any moment, if they have the courage to face the truth. As you reach the end of this year, you will look back at the version of yourself that started this journey, and you will realize that you haven't just changed your circumstances. You have changed your destiny. You are now the master of your craft, the captain of your soul, and the architect of a future that is finally worthy of your potential. The work is never truly finished, but today you can finally say that you are home.